Guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me. So we're here in the garage. We're installing a rear streaming camera system for the Tesla Cybertruck. Now the Cybertruck has a fixed glass rear view mirror. It's not very helpful because I have the tonneau cover closed all the time, so you really can't see behind you. So this is a cool solution from Hansshow. This is a new rear view mirror that installs there. It wires to a camera that we're going to install on the roof, and it's powered by tapping into the power down here in the passenger footwell area. We run the wire to the rear camera, and then we're able to have full-time streaming to this camera mirror. The cool thing also is it does have recording, so it'll record the front and rear camera footage, so it's like a dash cam. It has an SD card built in, so it's got a lot of cool features. So let's dive into the installation, and then we're going to test it out and see how it works. We got everything unboxed. Here's our actual screen, and you can see here this has the integrated camera in the front of it. So this is the front view camera. Our rear view camera is going to mount on the back, and it's going to mount there, and then it has this kind of Cybertruck looking cover that's going to go over that to kind of hide that there. The screen's nice. I like that it has this adjustable front camera. Here's our SD card, so 64 gig SD card. Our mount for this, and we have the harness that's going to give it power. It's going to hook into the camera and then hook into the power supply here. We have a few tools to install this. We do have to take off some trim panels, some pieces to get this started. Just getting this ready to install, we do have to install the mount on the back here. There's 4 screws on the back here, and then we have to screw this mount on with the included screw there. This is going to screw into the existing rear view mirror holder slot. So let's get the old one taken out, and we'll get this put up and start wiring it. All right, here's our existing mirror. We're going to take this panel off. This just pulls down, and then we'll pull this down. And then we can unscrew this existing rear view mirror, and we do have an included screwdriver for that. All right, both of these panels are popped off. It is you do have to take the rear view mirror off first, and this just pulls down, and then this one pulls down from here. So the next part of our installation is going to be really just running these wires. So we have the 2 wires here. This is the power input. This is the camera input. See how it's kind of looped around here, run through here, and then up into the headliner. And the headliner pulls down pretty easily. You can just say I just barely pulled on that, and it kind of pulls that down. I'm just leaving a little bit of slack here. I can adjust that if needed. These 2 cords, one's the power, one's for the camera. The power wire is going to come up here along the glass, down the A pillar, down through here, here, and connect into there. So we do have to remove some of this this kick plate here, this right here, and then we'll have to kind of move back the trim pieces here, which not a big deal for that one. The camera wire is going to run from here, and then it's going to run down through this B pillar out the car. We're going to remove the outside pillar, and it's going to run to the back for the camera wire. So we're going to start working on that part. We'll get this kind of buttoned up. We can install our mirror. Just snapping these panels back up, and then I can screw in the new mirror. All right, we got it plugged in here, and we've got our wires routed up here. Now we want to just neatly tuck these up here, get these on either side. There's a channel here that there's some clips on the existing panel that go in there, so we want to route them on either side of that, and then we can put our panel back up like this. I got this panel up. You just want to make sure you have those wires tucked towards the middle, and just carefully get this snapped back up. Now I've got my 2 wires hanging out. We can start routing those now that we have the camera plugged in and mounted. All right, just tucking in this the power wire down this A pillar here. So just tuck in between the glass and the pillar. Now we're going to make this turn right here. You can pull back this panel just a little bit just to get enough room to tuck the wire down there. I'm going to go down here. We're going to remove this panel here, and then this whole panel is one piece. We're just going to lift up on this, and it'll pop out of its clips, and we'll be able to get to the connector down below there. All right, with this kick panel removed, this is the connector we want to get to. We can unhook that. It's going to splice into that, so it'll just, this part will just hook into there. All right, we got that spliced in there, then we can just tuck that back in there. Tuck the excess wire down in there, and then put our panels back on. All right, guys, kind of what I'm doing on this part here is I ran the wire from this area here. I kind of pulled this down and pulled this down. I was able to get the wire through here on top of the airbag. I don't see how the wire even comes out of this area. I don't even know how you do that. I'd probably have to take out this whole panel. I'm not messing with that. So I'm just going to bring this around tuck it up under here, under the weather stripping, and then I'll be able to run it under the gasket all the way to the back. So that's how I'm working it with this. I got my weather stripping back up, and it's just rolled right over the edge here, and then it's going to go right around where this clip goes in right there, and I'll be able to tuck it up all the way. All right, I got the wire tucked up between the gasket right here, all the way down here to the back, and I'm just going to have it go up. You can see here I have a screwdriver from the top down to here. There's kind of a gap right here, so that's where I'm going to go up. I'm going to have it go up there, push it through there, and then I'll be able to run it around this gasket on the top to the middle of this panel here. All right, after kind of some back and forth, I was able to get this up under here, and then I brought the connector up through the top of the roof, and I can just tuck this down around the side here. All right, all the excess wire I'm just kind of shoving down this panel right here because there's like a lot of room down there. And then I just want to, I measured, this is like right at the middle, so I want to put my camera and this housing right over that. Here I'm getting the camera centered. I would recommend hooking it up now and seeing if you need to adjust it. There are some screws on the side of it that you can unscrew and tighten it so the angle can be changed. I'm now exposing the adhesive underneath this cover so that way it'll stick down, just getting it centered over the camera and getting it in place. This is what the camera looks like when it's in place on the top of the bed of the truck. All right, guys, got everything installed. Just testing it out here. Picture looks really good. You can see here how I can see the tonneau cover, but it also has a really wide field of view. This is the rear view camera. It gives us like our time and date there, a date stamp, and it shows a red flashing light. That means it's recording. So this is a dash cam, so it's recording from the front camera up here, the front camera as well as the rear. It's recording on the 64 gig SD card. A couple of the features here, if we just like kind of swipe over, that gives us, that's the front view. If we swipe again, it gives us the front and rear views. You can get kind of a multi view, and swipe again, that gives us the rear view. So we've got like 3 viewing options there. We touch here, we do have a brightness adjusting. It's just a slider here. It's going to increase the brightness. In the daytime, you want it as bright as possible. And then we have a few settings here. Under settings, you can change resolution, how often it rewrites over the card. So this basically means 1 minute it'll rewrite over the card. So you're just saving 1 minute increments at a time. Time format, a lot of different settings here. You can turn, there's volume off if it turns on and off, you hear volume. There's a Wi-Fi, you can turn the Wi-Fi on so that you can access the clips via Wi-Fi. So quite a few settings there. If we hit this play button, this is going to let us access all of the footage that's recorded. So all these are different clips that I've recorded, front or rear. This just takes a picture, it looks like. Kind of takes a picture of the current scene there. This is how we can turn recording on or off. Microphone on or off, and then there's a locking the file. There's also a button on the bottom here. You can kind of just touch that, turns it off. If you don't want it on, you can tap that on like that. It looks really good. Like the screen resolution's really good. The brightness is good. I really like how this looks. I like having this option to be able to just look up here and see the rear. So here I'm just getting some nighttime footage, so it's dark out, and even with it being dark, I am driving through a neighborhood where there are some lights on the houses and street lights and things like that, but it actually shows up really well. Like, it almost shows up a little brighter than what you actually can see with your eyes, which I think is really impressive. And so I like that I can see very clearly. You know, I could see people, cars, all kinds of things back behind here very clearly. This is a little bit darker of a street here with a few street lights. The lights shine really brightly, and I'm able to see behind the truck really easily in the dark. So I'm impressed with the video quality of the camera and the screen. Here's just some daytime driving footage behind the truck. Shows up really well. On camera, the camera doesn't capture the screen as well as what your eyes will, so it is brighter than what it looks, just with the bright contrast outside the windshield versus the screen. But very clear view. One thing that I was impressed with is that, like when I'm on the highway, for example, driving, and I can look at this, because the camera is on the top of the truck, not on the very back, you're actually able to see cars in your blind spot. So if you look at this, you'll be able to see cars in your blind spot. You'll be able to see partial of the cars in your blind spot on this. So it gives you kind of not only behind, but it's also giving a partial side view, which is really nice. So it has some nice footage. This is in 4K, so it's 4K footage. This really wasn't that bad to install. I mean, just routing the cables, that's the hardest part. Just getting them up through here, running the one to the back, that was a little difficult. But this actually fits really well. It doesn't wobble around. I've had one previously where it was a little wobbly. This is really solid, stays in place. I like the nice big length of screen you have here. So it's got a lot of great positives to it. I really like having this rear view screen. This is something that Tesla should have done from the factory, and it's nice that Hansshow has come up with this solution to add kind of an aftermarket option here. I think it's a great option. It comes in a good value, very useful. This is a great accessory to have for the Cybertruck. So guys, be sure to see the link to this down below. Leave your questions, comments down below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.